We've made it to the end of February, which means we're one step closer to an amazing summer harvest. Hi friends, I'm Laura. This is Double Vision Homestead, and I've got a garden tour of what I've got going on in February of 2024. So first, we're starting in the garden shed. I live in the Pacific Northwest. It is wet, it is rainy, it is cold, so there's not a lot going on in the garden right now, but there is still some things going on, so we will check it all out throughout this video. So first, I just want to give an update of what I have growing in here. It's not as much as I had planned, but you know, life happens. We get busy. We went on vacation. That's allowed, you know. So right now I've got broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and they are all looking huge and amazing, and we'll probably be going outside, half of it in the tunnel and half of it just straight out in the garden in the next week or two, because they aren't lasting long inside of here. Do you see those roots? That's a little more than I really would have liked to have happen, but we got busy. So I've also got some artichokes. These I'll up pot. I don't have the space ready that I want to plant them in yet, but I'm gonna have to make it soon. Also got some asparagus. I don't know if you can see them. They're teeny tiny. They're so cute. But again, I don't have the planters built yet that I plan to put them in because they need a permanent home. So that's going to be my priority coming up, but they're growing, they're doing great. I was not thinking that the asparagus was going to grow because it took so much longer to germinate than everything else. I thought that they were just bad seeds. Turns out they just take a while to germinate. I've also got some leeks back here. These will be going out in the garden too because they don't mind the cool weather. They're fine out in the cold, so they need to go outside. And then we've got the pepper forest here. As usual, I overdid it and have a whole lot of peppers. I'll probably give some away. I don't know how many, but they're looking good so far. Again, I live in Western Washington. We don't get that hot weather that peppers love, so it takes a long growing season, way longer than these seed packets say, for me to get the fresh, ripe peppers that I want to eat. And I also grow them in my tunnel because they get more heat that way. So that's what I have so far. There will be more very soon, but that's all I've got in here. So let's go check out the trees I've planted and what the garden looks like and what the tunnel looks like. These twigs may not look like much, but in a few short years they'll be producing. We just like to buy them as bare root and relatively small because, for one, our ground is very difficult. We have a lot of rocks. It's hard for plants to really get their root system going. So if it's an older tree and needs to get their root system going quicker, sometimes they just die. And also, it's about half the price, so if they fail, I don't mind as much as if I spent way too much money on a tree and have it die the first year. So this year we added 2 cherries, a pluery, or however you say it. It's a mix of a plum and a cherry. So it sounded interesting. I've never had one before. I don't know how it'll taste, but it sounds good. We also added a persimmon, another almond tree. This plum tree I planted last year, it looks like it's happy about the cold weather. It's already starting to green up. I'm guessing it's about to flower. I hope it isn't too early because it had snow mixed with the rain yesterday. So more in the forecast for this week. I don't want all these flowers to die as soon as they come on, but that's just how this weather is here. Same with this apricot tree. I planted it because it said it's the latest flowering and it's the one that's supposed to be the most successful in my area. Well, Sometimes it's successful, sometimes it's not. It's not as successful as I would have hoped, but it's because it's already flowering. As you can see, there's little flowers that are just now starting. And like I said, snow mixed with rain in the forecast, so that's not a good sign for it to be successful for this year. We'll just have to wait and find out. Maybe I'll still get a couple. This Asian pear tree also looks like it's starting to bud out. We're gonna get some leaves and some flowers probably pretty soon. I'm hopeful. I'm hoping for a good fruit year this year. A lot of these trees have been in for several years, which means that I should be getting more fruit, but it really depends on the weather and what happens, which is why I plant as many different types of things as I can, because every year's different. You never know what's going to be a good year for what fruit or what vegetable. I didn't get done nearly what I wanted to in the garden for this month, which just means there's more on my list for next month. But let's go take a look anyway. We have celery and some kind of lettuce down here. Looks like I got some beets that I didn't harvest last year. Those should be good eating. Sometimes you never know what you're gonna have left over. I don't even remember planting beets there last year, but apparently I did. And then it's really just a bunch of stuff that that started on its own. The tunnel always makes me happy, and it also overwhelms me because there's so much work I need to do in there, but there is stuff growing and it is doing great. So let's take a look. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot of dead plant material in here from last year. I meant to get rid of it this month, but like I said, life happened. I got sick. We went on vacation. The month was over. It just happens. So lots more work for me to do this month, but that's okay. I've got my citrus plants. Instead of bringing them indoors this year, I just put them out here because, you know what? If they're outdoor plants, they have a lot of bugs. I don't want that in my house, so they're okay out here. They seem to be doing fine. This one is a Tangelo. We got fruit 2 years ago. We didn't get any this year or this last year, but it was pretty good. They were, you know, kind of like those little cuties or something that you get from the store. It was pretty good. I'm hoping we'll get some this year since they are in better conditions out here than they were in my house. So we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed. Then a bunch of stuff that we don't need to worry about. And here's the exciting things. We have lots of salad greens that I should be harvesting, and I probably will today for dinner. We've got lettuce and spinach and mizuna, and I'll just mix them all together, have a nice little salad mix. And since it's doing so well out here, I think I'm gonna start more and get more planted out here, because honestly, this isn't enough for us. We like salads, and if I don't have to buy it from the store, that's fantastic. One less thing to cross off the list and make myself more self-sufficient. You know, there's lots of people that have the goals of 100%, that they grow 100% of their fruits and vegetables and their meat and whatnot. At my point in life, that's not a possibility. I don't live in a climate where I can grow most of the year. It's cold. It's in the 30s today. I mean, it's just not feasible. So if I could even get it up to 50% of my fruits and vegetables, I'd be thrilled. We'll see if that ever happens, but it's my goal. And as you can see, I can grow greens this time of the year and have them flourish out here. So I'm just going to keep doing that, and maybe into next year I can have greens all winter long and all summer long, and we'll see how it goes. So that's basically my whole garden for now. Not a lot going on. That's okay. There's lots of work to be done, and you know what? I kind of enjoy the work. I just sometimes overwhelm myself with lists, and it paralyzes me where I can't get it all done. If you are anything like me, you may know what that's like. So thank you for watching. I hope to see you again soon. I'm going to do one of these update videos every month at the end of the month, so you can see how crazy transformations happen and how quick everything changes. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you again soon in the garden.